Where is the best place to live in Hawaii? That is actually a very difficult and subjective question to answer. It all depends. Do you want to be near the ocean? Do you want to be more at a higher elevation? Are you a morning person? Do you want to see the sunrise? Or do you want to see the sunset? Do you need nightlife? Do you want retail therapy? Personally, my favorite island is Oahu, but that doesn't mean I don't relate to the outer island pride, like when Maui people say Maui no ka'oi, or when Molokai people say Molokai mo bera, or like my husband who says we're going to retire on Kauai, and I'm like, oh really? There's like two of us in this marriage. Look for us to do an outer island soon, but for today we're talking about the best places to live on Oahu. What's the most affordable island I could live on it? If you like to surf, beach life, urban living, if you like a lot of action, Waikiki is the place to go. We're talking about the best places to live on Oahu. Starting with number one, the best place to see a sunrise is Kailua. Now, if you live here, you'll be able to wake up and enjoy walks on the beach like you see some of the people here with their dogs. If you're a morning person, this is definitely where you want to live. I am not a morning person. I was supposed to be here at like 6 a.m. Poriyasu was here already filming this gorgeous sunrise that I totally missed. I usually only see a sunrise if I'm surfing, like dawn patrol early in the morning, and I'm rambling and I'm running on adrenaline because I haven't had coffee yet. We need to go and get coffee. Let's talk about the best place to get coffee. What's happening here at the Solar Shack is so quintessential Kailua. And today there's like a mom group with a bunch of little kids. I feel so out of place. So we're sitting at the boardroom instead, which is this really cool like speakeasy, I think it's a speakeasy bar here on the street in Kailua. I've honestly never been to this place before. This was a first for me. It's called the Solar Shack. It's a super cool place. And I have to say the coffee is really good. And I am a coffee snob. All the coffee's organic. It's right on a street corner. They've got turf there and umbrellas. Kailua is like this social place. It's a great place to meet up for coffee. There's several really great coffee shops here in Kailua after you watch a sunrise. But a close sister or brother to that is Kakaako. Kakaako is full of wonderful coffee shops where you can just ride an elevator down if you're living in a building, walk across the street and grab a coffee. And then, you know, maybe later on in the day meet up at another coffee shop with some friends. So lots of great coffee in Kailua and Kakaako. The best place to live if you like to surf would hands down be the North Shore. Now, if you're gonna live on the North Shore and call yourself a surfer, you better be really, really good at it. And know that the surf really only happens between the months of like November and April. And then from May on, you've got the summer surf, which is pretty much nothing, but still a really beautiful place to live. A lot of people travel in and out, they chase the surf. Guys come from South America in the wintertime. Also a great place to live if you're into surf would be Kakaako, Ala Moana, Waikiki area. Then you can hit all of those town breaks from Kaisers, Queens, Canoes, Threes, oh gosh, I can name them all, but that entire Waikiki coastline through Ala Moana is a really great place to surf for people at all skill levels. The best place to live for beach life, again, Kailua. Kailua is a great place if you just want to walk on the beach and go in the water and just be near the beach. You can't really surf in Kailua, so this is really like beach town living. Of course, we mentioned the North Shore. North Shore is really more of a surfer's paradise. And then beach life is also really great on the Waianae coast. Now, locals are the ones that really love the beaches in Waianae. We gather under tents and have potlucks and family barbecues and things like that. But if you are really looking for a more peaceful beach life over on the west side, then I would look to Makaha. You can get a really inexpensive studio or one-bedroom apartment. I sold one to a guy last year that was like, I'm retired and I just want to be able to surf every day. And that was just the perfect little spot for him to live out his golden years. There's also some really beautiful houses, the cottages at Manoa, which have you close to the beach as well. Now, if you're not a beach life person or a surfer and you're looking for something more urban, I would say you need to head over to Kakaako. Urban living is really here in Kakaako. Kakaako is near the Ala Moana Shopping Center once again, and this is a place that's just got great coffee shops, great restaurants. People love to gather. There's community events that happen, like the night market. They'll shut down a street and have like food booths and different like boutique-y type of crafty retail people. And then there's also like events in the park where you can meet up with your dogs. They've got yoga in the park, so it's really just a great place to be seen clean and to hang out if that's what you want. And at the same time, if you don't want that and you just want to roll up with your laptop at a coffee shop and be left alone, that's cool too. If you're a shopping person, you would want to look to live in Kakaako or Ala Moana. Now, about 2 miles east from here is Ala Moana Shopping Center if you're looking for more commercial brands. But here in Kakaako, there's some smaller boutiques, local places like this one here, and I think I'm going to do some shopping. One of the best things about urban Honolulu living is the food. There are some really great restaurants in Honolulu. We're going to check one out right now called Moku Kitchen. This is Moku Kitchen. Moku Kitchen is like a sister restaurant to Merriman's, which isn't too far away over in Ward Village. Here we're at Salt, and at Salt there's several different restaurants, but this is one of my favorites. We've got garlic truffle fries, wild mushroom pizza, pork sliders. I would say this is like American fare from the upcountry, farm to table, kind of local and very casual and delicious. For food, I would say we can split this up into 2 categories. If you're a social restaurant eater, you would want to live in Kakaako because there's such a variety of restaurants, more restaurants to come, places you can actually walk to. But if you're more of a foodie, not to say that the food in Kakaako isn't foodie-like and good, but if you're more about just the food, going in, getting it, taking it home, or eating it on the run, you would want to live in Kaimuki. You can also walk to the restaurants in Kaimuki along Waianae Avenue, but it's much more casual, not a place that you would meet up with friends, whereas Kakaako is. The best place to live if you don't want to have a car or don't have a car would be Waikiki and Kailua. Now, we've already talked a lot about Kailua, so let's give Waikiki some love. Living in Waikiki is a very specific experience. I have clients that live here in Waikiki and love it, and the reason they wanted to live here was because they previously vacationed here, and so they wanted to just continue to have that lifestyle every single day. But I will say that friends of mine that have lived in Waikiki, I was kind of envious of them at one point because, I mean, imagine being able to just walk with your surfboard to surf every day and have your pick of restaurants and bars. Now, it's not really a place of community. I would say if you like a lot of action and you like a lot of change and people watching, Waikiki is the place to go. The one thing you won't get in Waikiki is peace and quiet. Okay. Let's do it.
Today's Aloha Friday.
Oh, it is Aloha Friday. I'm local, you know. You don't care. This is something local people don't normally do, but that's okay. I'm in Waikiki. This is what you do. Best neighborhoods for our military service members seem to be Ewa Beach, Mililani, and Kailua. Now, Kailua is close to the Marine Corps base, but it also has the H3, which takes you very easily to Pearl Harbor and Hickam. Remember, Kailua is much more of a beach town. Now, if you want homes that are more familiar to what perhaps you've lived in on the mainland, I feel that that's why military service members gravitate towards Ewa Beach as well as Mililani. The homes are larger, they're on concrete foundations, cul-de-sacs with sidewalks, very suburbia, things that our military service members are often used to, and they're also close to the bases as well. That leads us into the best neighborhoods for families. I would say again that that would be Ewa Beach and Mililani. Just when you think about kids riding in the street, walking to school, having cul-de-sacs, having relationships with their neighbors, Ewa and Mililani rank right up there for me. Manoa is a very close second or third as well. Just a wonderful community, a place where families are home during the day and have dinner together at night. Now, speaking of Manoa, the best place for private schools would be Manoa. Check out our previous video on that neighborhood, as well as our Ewa Beach and Mililani neighborhood videos. Punahou and Iolani are the more popular of all of the private schools. Now, you can also live in Makiki or really anywhere in town to feel like you're in good proximity to those schools. However, I've got a friend that lives in Makaha and she drives her kids every day or 5 days a week to Punahou, makes that long early drive, and then just hangs out in town. I've also got clients who have purchased smaller apartments in town that are closer to the schools that their kids go to while hanging on to their houses out in Makaha or Mililani. If nightlife is your thing, you're really going to want to live anywhere in Metro Honolulu, anywhere that you can catch an Uber for an inexpensive price. That's going to be Kakaako, that's going to be Ala Moana, Makiki, maybe even downtown. Now, speaking of downtown, especially here in Chinatown, this is really where the cool nightlife is. You've got First Friday street events and wonderful restaurants and bars, as well as the Hawaii Theater, where incredible local, national, and international entertainment happens. Right across the street, there's a new bar that just opened called the Lei Stand. We're gonna check it out. I hear it's super cool. you can buy a lei as well. That is so, so cool. I bet these smell heavenly. I'm gonna take a quick, I'll be back for that. Okay, let's go inside. I totally love this place. I don't even know why I'm surprised, because anything really that's in Chinatown is super cool. Even if it's kind of like grubby and dirty, which this place totally is not, it's always like got a certain vibe about it. And this place, I could hang out here every single day. They've even got food, very interesting types of food, which I would love to order as well. This drink is like their take on a margarita. It's a very balanced, what was the name of this again? It is the Okika. The Okika has Angelisco Blanco, Niagara grape, I almost said Niagara, that's terrible, lemon, pear cognac, cane, and black walnut. Okay, back to the best places to live. If you're a boat person, if you want to have a boat actually in your backyard, have a dock, and be able to like live on the water, Hawaii Kai is going to be your neighborhood. Now, if you're just a boat person, you want to be able to have a boat someplace, or maybe even live on your boat, that would be Kewalo Boat Harbor, which is in Kakaako. That could also be Olina. Another really great place if you are a boater is going to be in Kaneohe. You can take advantage of Kaneohe Bay. The best place to live if you're a golfer, I have to say it's Ewa Beach. Ewa Beach has like 5 or 6 golf courses, private and municipal. They're really well taken care of. Of course, Hoakalei golf course is one that's really incredible. Lots of sand. I golfed it. It's really hard, but it's very beautiful. Olina has a golf course. Kahala, of course, has the Wailai Country Club. You've also got Oahu Country Club, which is up Nu'uanu, Pali area. And you've got the Honolulu Country Club in Salt Lake, which is near the airport. Finally, if you're a sunset lover, if you love going for a walk on the beach during sunset, or even in your own neighborhood, I would have to say the best neighborhood for that is going to be Olina. No matter what time of year it is, that sunset out there just lingers on and on, as well as anywhere on the Waianae coast. You can also find this up on the North Shore at Sunset Beach, Pupukea, as well as Waimea Bay. Also here in Kakaako, if you live in a condo that's far enough up with unobstructed ocean views, you're going to see beautiful sunsets, depending on the time of year. Sometimes that sunset may not be in your direct line of sight, but nevertheless, here in Honolulu, you will be greeted with cotton candy skies. You know, living in Hawaii is not one-dimensional. It's not just sunshine, it's not just beaches. When you live here long enough, 59 degrees feels cold. When it gets to 59, I'm putting socks and a sweatshirt on. We get really sensitive to the things that we love, even though Hawaii is an incredibly beautiful place with great weather and with beaches. Yes, we have all of those things, but at the same time, you may be very specific about where you want to live. We're here to help you. We want to make sure that you understand exactly the neighborhood that is right for you. Please reach out to us and let us know how we can help. Also, leave us a comment. If there's a place that you feel is the best place to live here in Hawaii, we would love to hear from you.